art people, welcome to day 1 of a new lesson. We're going to be making this image here that I found on Pinterest. It's a watering can with flowers coming out, and you'll use your fingerprints to make the flowers. This was made for Mother's Day, but if it makes more sense for you to make it for a different woman, maybe a different woman takes care of you, perhaps maybe your aunt takes care of you or your sister takes care of you, then that's fine as well. But this one says, I am like a flower that is raised with love by you. You help me grow up big and strong. Mom, thanks for all you do. Okay, and I'll put the twine on for you, which is that string. I'll put that on with hot glue. So this is going to take us a couple days. The first thing that we're going to do, well, it's always the same. We pick up our pencil and we write our name. We're going to use this nice mixed media paper for this part. We're just going to paint this whole thing gray, and then next time we're going to cut the flower pot out from it, okay? So if you're a bear, raise your hand. Okay, and if there's one hand up from every table, then those children can come get in a nice line and get a piece of mixed media paper for everybody at their table. Great. And if you're an alligator, raise your hand. All right. And if you're an alligator, you can get out the pencils for everybody at your table. Okay, good. An alligator, if there's a pencil that doesn't work, you can switch it out for a sharp one for your table. All right, let's go ahead and write our name. So we always put our name in the bottom right corner. You're going to write your name, of course, and your class, which is 1 and the first letter of your teacher's last name. That way I know where to put it if I find it on the floor where it shouldn't be or somewhere random. Sometimes that happens. Okay, we can put our pencil aside. The next thing that we're going to need is a piece of newspaper for everybody. Okay, we are going, raise your hand if you're a puppy dog. All right, puppy dogs, I'm going to let you get a piece of newspaper for everybody. All right. All right, and you're just going to put your paper on the newspaper. The next thing that we're going to need is a paint palette, something to pour our paint onto. I'm just going to use this scrap paper that was from the recycling bin and just fold that in half. So if you're a bear, you can get everybody a scrap paper and you guys can fold this in half. Great. The next thing that we're going to need is white paint. So if you are the kitty cat, you can get out the box of paint. Good. And then you guys can all take turns putting some white paint on your palette. About that much. All right, good. And then, of course, we're going to need our paintbrush in water. So if you're a puppy dog, you can get out brushes in water for your table. All right. Now what you guys are going to do is just paint the entire piece of paper with white paint. And if you're having trouble spreading it out, you can dip your paintbrush in water so it's a little bit damp. You don't want the paper to get too wet though, or else it will tear, even though it's nice paper. It will get floppy. If we put too much water on it and get it too wet, it will get really floppy, and then we won't be able to put it in the drying rack. And of course, don't paint over your name. Okay. So in order to turn this white paint gray, what do you think we're going to need to add to it? Yeah, we're just going to need to add a teeny tiny bit of black. Now, if you add too much, it will not be good. And also, you don't want to mix it in a whole lot because let's look at our reference image again. See how it's kind of streaky? Like you can see like it's has little lines in it. See that? So it adds like a little bit of a texture to it. So it's not completely smooth gray. It's like grayish, whitish, darkish grayish. Like there's a lot of different grays in there. So what happened was they just didn't over mix it. Okay. So I want you to watch first for this before doing it. Okay. So put your paintbrushes in your water and look up here. That way when you're ready for the next step, you know what to do. So what you'll do is you're just going to do some teeny weensy gray dots. 3 is good. And then you'll take your paintbrush, slide some extra water off of it, and then you're going to go back and forth like this. And it will mix in with the white underneath it. See that? And see, I'm not going to mix it over and over again. I'm just going to like brush it over. Once it turns gray, I'm going to move on. Like this right here is all perfect, okay? If I kept going over it more and more and more and was just playing, then it wouldn't look how we want it to look. Okay, so this is what we're going for right here. Okay, you guys can go ahead and start now. Now, this last one, you might need to add some more white to it because the white's probably all dry by now. So you'll probably need to get some more white for the last dot. Okay. And that is it for now. Okay, so put your paintbrush in your water. All right. That is it for this day right here. And next time we are going to cut this out, glue it onto a new piece of paper. We're going to make our stems and we're going to make our flowers. Okay, that's all we're doing for this project today. So we've got our paper ready to make the vase or the watering can. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.